Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So for today's video, we are going to be doing a first impression on a newish foundation. It's been out for maybe a couple months. I'm not even sure how long it's been out, but it is on the newer side. So the foundation that I'm gonna be trying out today is this one right here. It is the NYX Born to Glow foundation. It says it is a naturally radiant foundation. I picked mine up in the shade medium olive. I'm hoping that it matches and that it looks good because I have things to do today and I don't want to be looking a hot mess. So it is currently 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna be wearing this foundation for most of the day. I've got to get ready, run some errands. I've got an event at my daughter's school this afternoon that runs through the evening, so it is going to be on my face probably for a good 10 to 12 hours, which I'm really excited about because I'm going to be able to wear it for a really long time and see kind of how it wears throughout that time period. Just a little background on my skin. At the moment, I am currently more of like combination. So I get oily kind of in the T-zone, not like extremely oily, not super oily. It's very, very minimal. Even in the summertime, I'm not super oily. But if I do get oily anywhere, it is in the T-zone. For the rest of my face, I'm pretty normal unless it's like wintertime and then it gets really dry. Right now we are in like the 60s, high 50s. It's fall. The sun is not out today. It is super gloomy and raining outside. So I don't know if it's like the perfect weather to test out this foundation, but I figured if my skin is dry in the colder months, something like this that seems to be more of like a hydrating or radiant foundation is probably going to be a really nice foundation to wear during the winter time when my skin is on the drier side. So I'm talking way too much, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of background on my skin type. So I'm just going to read off what it says on the Ulta website. I believe this is an exclusive online only foundation to Ulta. So it is the Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation. It is $10 on Ulta's website. It says it comes in 45 shades, which I think is amazing that it includes so many shades. The formula delivers buildable medium coverage and a naturally radiant finish that lasts. This natural glow foundation tube is the key to creating a truly radiant look, whether you're looking for foundation for dry skin or foundation for oily skin. This liquid foundation blends like a dream with buildable coverage and even works with your skin to help create a smooth, even tone look. Featuring a vegan formula with no animal-derived ingredients or byproducts, all NYX professional makeup products are proudly cruelty-free and PETA certified, which is amazing. So the benefits include a naturally glow foundation in 45 shades, buildable medium coverage that lasts all day, best foundation for a dewy glow, cruelty-free, and a vegan formula. So it sounds like it is a long-wearing foundation and also claims to be good for oily and dry, so basically all skin types, and it is a medium, buildable medium coverage. Okay, I am more of a full coverage kind of girl. I like my full coverage, but we're gonna see how this works. I don't mind a medium coverage if it looks good, if it looks healthy. I don't mind it. I'm gonna try it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to prime my skin. I am going to do everything that I do on a normal day of makeup on what I do with my regular foundation. I'm gonna do it all the same because that is how I wear my foundation. I've really been loving the Touch in Sol No Problem Prime Essence primer. So this is what I'm gonna be using to prime today. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that on my hand and then rub it into my face. I'm going to shake the foundation. I don't know what the formula is, but it sounds a little liquidy, so I'm gonna shake it. And then I'm going to apply, oh, okay. So it's not super liquidy, but it's not extremely thick either. I like the consistency. I'm gonna apply about that much on the back of my hand. It's probably too much, but oh well, it's already there, so we're just gonna leave it. What I am gonna do though is I'm gonna apply, on one side I'm gonna apply with a brush, and then on the other side I'm gonna use a sponge, and then kind of just decide which finish I like better, and then probably go with that tool for the rest of my face. So I am going to start with this side of my face, and I'm just gonna dot this on my face because we're doing a foundation test. Hello. I'm going to take the It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection brush, and this is the dual-sided brush. I'm going to take the bigger side. It is a clean brush. It doesn't have any product on it, so we won't be mixing formulas or colors or anything. It looks really pretty with the brush so far. It is not a full coverage foundation for sure, but it doesn't look bad. And I think the color actually matched pretty well. It may be a tad on the light side, but it's okay because we can add a little bit of a bronzer and make it work. So it is not a super thick formula. It's kind of blending away with the brush. I'm sure the brush is absorbing some of the product. It does look very glowy, very healthy, very pretty, and it doesn't feel heavy at all. And it blended out. It blended out really good. So I do see, you know, a little bit of my redness and discoloration that I have on my cheeks that is peeking through, which is fine. I am gonna put on another layer, of course, just to see if it is buildable. For the other side of my face, I'm gonna be taking my beauty blender and the rest of that foundation, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in. It is a little bit too light, but I feel like it kind of oxidized because this side of my face looks darker than this side of my face. So I think it did oxidize just a tiny bit, which is not bad because it did go on a little lighter than what I think my natural skin tone would be. I'm looking at both sides to see which one I like better. I think I get a tiny bit more coverage with the sponge, which is kind of weird because usually the sponge soaks up a lot of product. All right, so I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more foundation just to see if this is buildable, and I'm just gonna kind of take it right here in this area to see if it will give a little bit more coverage to my cheeks and cover up more of that redness. Okay. It is buildable. It did give me a little bit more coverage, but not like an excessive amount. So I don't think that this is like a buildable full coverage foundation, which it doesn't claim to be. But just know that you're probably not going to get a full coverage out of this foundation because it is very much so a medium coverage. I think this is gonna be a beautiful foundation for the winter time for me because my skin is a little bit on the dry side during the winter. That looks pretty good. My skin still looks like skin, but it looks healthy, it looks glowy. I like it. Doesn't look bad at all. I'm definitely going to have to set this foundation because it's sinking in my fine lines on my forehead, which they're not fine lines, let's be real. So first impression, I really like it. Obviously, I'm going to wear it throughout the day and see how it wears. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and apply my concealer, bronzer, blush, set my face like I would normally do, and then I will be right back. Alright guys, so my makeup is done. Everything went on top so beautifully. The foundation looks amazing still. I've only been wearing it for about 45 minutes, but it looks really good. I did set it with powder. I just used the Collab, Set the Stage Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder in the shade Porcelain Ivory. I use it to set the concealer, and then I just put a little bit of that on the rest of the face to set the foundation. For bronzer and contour, I use the e.l.f. Forever Sun-Kissed Bronzer. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer in the shade Saddle. For highlight, I use the Ofra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive. Blush is Desert Rose by Note Beauty. Love this color. So pretty. On the eyes, I am wearing a combination of the Dose of Colors Sassy Sienna palette and the Pure Festival palette that I've received both of these in my BOXY charm in the past couple months. I am in love and obsessed with the lip combination. This is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade BFF3 and the Revolution Makeup Sheer Brilliant Lip Gloss in the shade Sheer Attraction. Super pretty. I love it. And then to set the face, of course, I use my Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. And yeah, I think that's it for everything that is on the face. I'm gonna go run some errands, get some things done. I will check in with you guys in a couple of hours. Hey guys, so this is my first check-in of the day. It's a little late, but it is currently 3:15. I've been wearing my foundation for 4 to 5 hours, and it still looks good. I haven't gotten oily or anything anywhere. It has settled just a tiny bit in my smile lines, but it's not the worst. I've tried foundations where by like hour 2 or 3, it's really settled into my smile lines. This one is not bad at all. Everything is still on my my bronzer, my highlight, blush, all of that is still on. It looks great. It is holding up really nice. So I'm excited to wear it for the next few hours. Like I said, I will be in this makeup till like 10, maybe 11 o'clock tonight. So I've still got to wear it for at least another 6 or 7 hours. So I'll probably do a check-in later on in the evening, but I'm actually pretty impressed with this foundation at the moment. Like I said, it went on beautifully. It looked great when I first applied it, and it still looks and feels really good. So I think this foundation is gonna be one of my favorites, especially during the winter whenever my skin gets a little dry, like I mentioned earlier. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys what it's looking like at the moment. I will check back with you in a few hours and we can see what it's looking like then. Hey guys, so this part is going to be a voiceover. I got home after the end of my day for my final check-in and everybody was in bed. I didn't want to make a lot of noise. By this point, I had already been wearing the foundation for over 12 hours. It is or was separating around my nose in those little corners, and it did kind of wear off on the tip of my nose. It's looking a little oily, so I'm going to take the Palladio rice paper sheets just to absorb any of the oils. I didn't really feel like I was oily, but I could tell by looking at my face that I was. So I was pretty surprised after I did this of how much oil it actually absorbed, because I didn't feel that on my face. I was doing a lot of running around and going up and down the stairs, back and forth between rooms, so I did sweat. I'm pretty impressed at how it held up throughout the evening and wearing it for that long. I mean, it felt really good on my face, it looked really nice, didn't feel heavy. I really like this foundation. I wouldn't wear it for like a night out where I know that I'm gonna be sweating or somewhere where it's gonna be like super hot. But I think that this is going to be a really good foundation for me for the winter time. So that's it for the video, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.